was not really involved in the original phase of Flamin' Hot Cheetos creation. And yeah, no word from Mr. Montañez himself.
Well, it was quite the tale. And again, I'll take that job where you go and sit and eat junk food in a gas station yard. Sounds like fun.
They might be hiring. I have no idea. Yeah.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
He is a Las Vegas legend, said to be the greatest card sharp in all the world and the most skilled person ever to deal, shuffle, and manipulate a deck of cards. Now, Steve Forty shares with the LA Times some of his card shuffling secrets.
This is called the old-fashioned overhand shuffle. One of the biggest obstacles of the card cheater is to get by the cut. In this case, I've held out or caught the 4 aces. Now the cards can be cut randomly, any position, brought to the top, squared up, and as I get ready to deal, I'm ready to deal the 4 aces off the bottom. My passion for gambling sleight of hand started as a teenager back in Boston. My dad took me on an errand. We ended up in an underground gambling joint where I met a mechanic who demonstrated some of the moves I'm showing you today. So here's the riffle shuffle that you see in all the casinos and the card rooms, and this is called stripping the deck.
Sorry.
So we're gonna cut, strip, and riffle a few times. One more time. And this is what they call carrying a slug. I control those 4 aces. This is called second dealing, or dealing the second card from the deck. Watch the ace of spades on top. To the table, the ace stays on the top. This time I'll leave it face up in the second position. To the table, one last time with the ace face up on top. And that's called second dealing. The assumption is that the dealer just shuffled the cards and presented the deck to me for the cut. I'm the cutter in this situation. So I'm going to take the cards, give them a cut, pass them back to the dealer, and in the process, switch the decks. This is called a cooler. I've been studying gambling sleight of hand for over 40 years. I believe anybody can do sophisticated sleight of hand if they're determined and dedicated and they're willing to put in the practice time. Not all moves are easy to learn, and it could take several months, but others you pick up pretty quickly. For me, when I was younger, in my 20s, I was practicing 12, 16 hours a day. I always had a deck of cards in my hand. As I get older, of course, I don't practice as much, but I think quite a bit more about sleight of hand, what makes it good, what makes it deceptive. I enjoy that exercise very much. This is an example of a hand that just ended. I'm focusing in on the aces in both hands. I pick these cards up, and then I take this group and throw them into the middle and weed the cards like this. But that's the first part of the false shuffle, as you can see. I brought the aces together, ready to be stacked.
Want to know more about his skills? Last year, Forty published Gambling Sleight of Hand, a 2-volume book of his life's work of underground card moves. He was held hostage in Iran for more than 400 days. Now, 40 years later, he shares his harrowing story and talks about how baseball saved his life. Plus, whatever became of the floating casinos that once anchored off our coast, and the bootlegger who became LA's gambling kingpin. Those stories next when LA Times Today returns. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
With all of the different scenes that Southern California has to offer, there's only one place that brings them all together. Scene. Join Tommy and Robert for the ultimate insider's guide to art, culture, entertainment all across Southern California. The SoCal Scene, hosted by Melvin Robert, Thursdays at 9 on Spectrum News 1, exclusively on Spectrum.
If you're ready to buy a home, Owning now has a crazy low fixed 1.875% rate in APR mortgage with no closing costs and just 20% down. So call 8337-OWNING or go to owning.com for this crazy low 1.875% rate in APR.
You hear a lot about savings these days, especially from auto insurance companies. But what good is a low premium if it comes with a huge deductible? Or if the coverage isn't there when you need it? That's why we offer the free AAA full picture quote.
Well, any insurance company can quote you a low price, but that's just one part of the picture. The AAA full picture quote is designed to help you understand your whole policy, from coverages to discounts. Switch to insurance through AAA, and you